guys, it's James here, or Crazy, some of you will probably know me, and welcome to the eSport Dota 2 Rare Challenge, Day 2, Anonymous Gaming versus Fluffy Unicorns in Group C, I believe this is. Two teams that seem to be doing very well so far. They're doing okay for themselves. And yeah, the game is gonna go on. In case you don't know who I am Craze, at Craze on Twitter. That's with the 4 original and stuff I know. Hi, I do a bunch of casting for a bunch of different leagues and stuff, and here I am today. So, Anonymous Gaming banning out the Batrider and the Lycan, two people that seem to almost always get banned out, and that is because Batrider can almost, I've said this 101 times before, can outlane anyone solo. Like, just sticky napalm on its own will do so much damage. And then Lycan, especially for the dire side, is really strong just because he does so much just right-click physical damage. Plus he can do Roshan really early as well, which is not something that you want if you're on the dire team. If you're on the Radiant team, then you want to ban it, obviously, but this is something that's, lots of dire teams seem to ban Lycan, I think, which is a pain. It's a problem. Like, it's not a problem as such, but it shouldn't be happening because it's a bad move. It's like a waste of a ban, effectively. Don't get me wrong, Lycan's if you don't like playing against the Lycan, you should ban him, but when you could have a Lycan and either have the Lycan or make the other team waste one of their bans, then you're going to be doing a lot better for yourself. I'm going to change your setting here quickly. Bear with me. Do video audio. Turn this down. There we go. Now you should be able to hear me a little bit better. So anyway, Anonymous Gaming with the first pick, picking the Doom. Who's very strong. He effectively acts as like a tank initiator. Doom shutting down anyone from running away. So if you've got any kind of runaway heroes, then you're going to stop them from basically moving, from leaving. Fluffy Unicorns picking Treant Protector and Centaur Warrunner. It's a good combo, Treant Protector and Centaur Warrunner, because what you can basically do is Centaur ultimate, and then the Treant Protector run in and use Overgrowth, and that shuts down the other team from even trying to run away. You know, Treant Protector also giving, if you play him right, you can stop the other team from taking any T1 towers for like the first 20 minutes, which is really strong. Not to mention the fact that Leech Seed will give your team bonus health in a team fight, which is great. Sorry, I've still got this weird cough going on. Anonymous Gaming picking Disruptor, another shutdown hero between Kinetic Field and Static. Was it Kinetic Field and Static Storm? Static Storm. He can single-handedly make anyone stop running away. Stop them from running away, trap lots of people in a team fight, and if you want to focus one person that's spell-orientated, for example, like a Storm Spirit, you just got to trap them in that Static Storm, and they're not going to be able to do anything for a little while. Yeah. Drinking liquids. So right now, Anonymous Gaming have probably got either their hard carry or their off lane, and Disruptor playing a support, and we're in the second stage of ban. So Anonymous Gaming are going to ban the Weaver out. Weaver typically seen with Ancient Apparition, and Ancient Apparition is also banned as well, which is great for Fluffy Unicorns. Weaver's still someone that's annoying to play against because it means that you or your supports have to waste 200 gold or so on detection every like 4 minutes or something, and that effectively means that your supports aren't going to get that much farm, as much farm as they could want. Fluffy Unicorns banning up Mirana, a very versatile hero, known for doing really strong setups and combos with other heroes, like sets up really well with like Shadow Demon or with Crystalmane. You could do Leshrac, you could do, you got options, you know. And Mirana is known for helping to get first bloods really efficiently, especially with the arrow, because it provides such a long-term stun if you are lucky. Anonymous Gaming now looking to make their 4th ban. Haven't done so just yet. Yeah, just waiting for them to make their 4th ban. In the meantime, I'll do a couple of shout outs. Don't forget to follow this Twitch stream if you're watching on Twitch. Plus, don't forget to check out twitch.tv/e_spot2, where more games are being casted and all that jazz. Don't forget to check out eSpot on Facebook, facebook.com/espotpage, and don't forget to check out their site, www.e-sportd2c.com and forum-esportd2c.com. Finally, don't forget to check out the ticket in the Steam store. You can find it. Just search like the Rare Challenge or something along those lines. Sorry, I'm coughing a lot at the moment. It's kind of a pain. Yeah, the ticket's like 70p or something if you're on the British pound, and you get to see all of the games played whenever you want, which is great, even if I'm not going to cast them. Anonymous Gaming banning out the Rubik as well. Rubik might see a Tidehunter pick now, Anonymous Gaming, because normally you counter pick a Tidehunter with a Rubik, you know, that enables you to effectively steal Ravage, and you can steal so much from this lineup already. You can steal Overgrowth, you can steal the Centaur Warrunner ult, and Rubik would really... Yeah, like... Hang on, let me reword that. Rubik, you could steal the Doom, you could steal the Static Storm, and that would be horrible for you. Fluffy Unicorns banning out the Invoker as well. Invoker, known for huge combos, basically stopping your team from running away and doing anything, because you just get like Deafening Blast and you get like Cold Snapped and all of your mana's drained. It's kind of a problem to play against an Invoker, especially if you're on like a man dependent lineup like Anonymous Gaming is so far. Anyway, Fluffy Unicorns picking the Lich. Frost Armor giving a huge buff. Lich is one of these heroes that does a lot of just outright damage because of his ultimate. I mean, he can single-handedly destroy a team if they stand too close together. And plus, just throwing the Lich ultimate means that everyone has to spread out and spread away from each other, which is just a problem. It's a pain if your lineup kind of requires you to stand together. For example... Can't think of a situation like that. Maybe like a Ravage or something, but like a Tidehunter Ravage, you know, where all of your teammates then have to stand together to try and get right clicks off. Maybe. I'm just throwing ideas out there. Anonymous Gaming picking Skyroth Mage, someone that we've recently, literally today, he's been played in ESL 1, and he was played today as a kind of roaming support. Yesterday we saw him picked with the Wraith King, and it kind of enabled him to, the Skyroth Mage, just to roam around. When he hit 6, the Skyroth Mage hit 6, stunned into Skyroth Mage ultimate, did so much, it was ridiculous. I would appreciate if someone could post the stream on Reddit, that would be awesome. Like as a text post, and then just blah blah blah. Maybe one of the admins could do that, that would be great. Fluffy Unicorn's now going to make their 4th pick. Waiting for, probably not another support, probably a core now. Lifestealer. Lifestealer is core and a half. He's the hard carry, almost definitely. You can play him in the off lane, but typically he is played as a hard carry. And Anonymous Gaming looking to make their 4th pick. Lifestealer is interesting because, like, all of this lineup is lockdown. It's considerably locked down, and the Lifestealer kind of applies to that as well. He can do so much right-click damage. So whilst a lot of the lineup is doing lockdown, you've got people doing damage like the Lifestealer and the Lich and that kind of thing. My door closed? My door is closed. We're good. Taking another drink. Yeah, music's not on because otherwise I'd be able to tell. Darkseer pick by Anonymous Gaming, almost definitely in the off lane. Gonna see him pushing lanes really hard, which Darkseer is an interesting pick. Like, Fluffy Unicorns have already got the Trio Protector, so saying, yeah, screw the Trio Protector, we want to do more damage, like they want to do damage to the towers, it's kind of probably not the best move in the world after the Trio Protector pick, but you know, we'll see how it goes. Maybe Fluffy Unicorn's looking to do an aggressive tri-lane. No, they can't be looking to do an aggressive tri-lane, not with that lineup. If Anonymous Gaming did do an aggressive tri-lane, which they could potentially do with the Disruptor and the Skyroth Mage, then... what am I trying to say here? Then the Trio Protector would be a little bit more caught out, because over, what's it called? Hang on, I need to look at this. I'm playing with scissors right now. It's dangerous. Don't do it, kids. Living Armor only works for so many hits. You know? So if you had a tri-lane, then you only have to do like 1 hit each to the tower. That tower is going down. it's yelling timber and such. Fluffy Unicorns now, making Silk their 5th pick after banning out the Viper. Going to be seeing a mid-hero almost definitely. Picking the Pugna. Pugna, another person that's been played at ESL 1 literally today. Pugna's interesting because Pugna are able to do a lot of tower damage, and with Decrepify, catch people out with magical damage. Which I'm not sure if it's the smartest pick, because the only real person that you've got doing magical damage on this team at the moment is the Lich. Lich's Q, which is called Frozen Blast. I thought it was like something Blast. But Anonymous Gaming going to pick the Puck, and the game's going to begin. Puck, huge combo with Darkseer. I'll talk about that when we get into the game a little bit more. But the Darkseer Puck combo is nasty. Pugna, he's probably going to do a lot against this kind of spell-based lineup. Like, he doesn't benefit from his lineup, but he can counter the enemy team's lineup pretty efficiently with the ward, which is great for him. Drinking more. So, Anonymous Gaming have successfully locked in all of their people. Just whilst we wait for the timer to run down, which is something teams like to do, which annoys the living hell out of me. Going into this, I'm not sure whose lineup I prefer. Anonymous Gaming's does look solid. Fluffy Unicorns does also look pretty good too, though. Like, depending how they play the Lifestealer. Anyway, instant pause coming out. Let's do a quick rundown of everyone that we've got on the teams. We have got, let's go Puck. We've got, I think it's glitched. Hang on. I can't do that like in the game. Okay, yeah, let's go to Puck. Right. Okay, we've got Wanna Make You Cry on the Puck. Nope, that's glitchy as balls. XNJ77 on the Skarath Mage. Arse Hacker, I'm just going to stop. I'm going to give up with the whole special view mode. On the Darkseer. Who have I not talked about? No Future on the Doom. And then Why You Like This. Why Live Like This on Disruptor. And over for Fluffy Unicorns team, we've got Bongo on the Centaur Warrunner. Splitsy, who's a stand-in on the Treant Protector. Afir Mitwafe on the Lich. Vobby on the Pugna. And the Lifestealer, Chris Rigalt Etz. You people need to choose easier names. Anyway, so it looks like we are going to have an aggressive tri lane. We've got the Treant roaming in and about with the Centaur Warrunner. Centaur Warrunner going for the early boots, which is interesting. And Trio Protector gone for the early living armor. The only reason you put points into stuff early is if you have a game plan, you know, and this team evidently does. Like, you should avoid putting points in early unless you've got kind of a game plan. I've got the wrong overlay on. Boom! Professional overlays. Yeah, Lich instantly taking creeps away from this top lane for the Centaur Warrunner. And Pugna happily walking around, starting to get some right-click damage. What am I even saying? He's blocking at the moment. The block isn't the best for him. Probably going to see it push towards more the dire side. So yeah, about here. And that's going to give Puck an early advantage, which is great for him. Lifestealer. We've got a Lifestealer happily in the bot lane. His block didn't go too well either, but he's only going to be facing against a Darkseer. So it's great for him. I mean, the Lifestealer, he's probably going to put some points into Feast early so he can get the health back that he's losing from the Iron Shell. We'll have to see how that goes, though. We'll have to see how his build is. Pugna, not done anything to yet. He's gone for the early Nether Blast, which is interesting. Nether Blast, a fairly solid idea, especially early. He can't really do anything against this Puck, because the Puck can quite literally just right-click him down. And over on the top lane, let's do some roaming about. We have got Lich happily trying to absorb some XP so he can start spamming some stuff. Skarath Mage and the Lich just taking some damage. Just, what am I trying to say? They're trading hits. That's the word that I'm looking for. Yep. That's going all well for them. Right now, Puck and Darkseer both on their last hit in game. In fairness, it's too early to say about last hitting, I think, because it's only been like one wave. 2 waves, to be exact. But Puck having to orb out just to try and do a little bit of right clicks. Pugner pulling that wave through. His tower unfortunately taking a couple of hits in return, but that happens. Darkseer trying to do as much damage as he can to the Lifestealer and push the lane. It looks like they want to try and take an early tower with this Darkseer, which is interesting. He's iron shutting himself up left, right, and center, making sure he's trying to get all of the creeps at once, which is great for him. It enables him to get a lot more CS than you would normally expect, whilst the Lifestealer is trying to stop himself from losing anything. And Darkseer putting an Iron Shell on the Lifestealer there, which is a great decision because it means that whilst the Lifestealer is trying to kite creeps, he has to take damage, rather unfortunately. Lifestealer there pinging out the Darkseer whilst the Darkseer is still trying to cut creeps. He hasn't got enough regen to be able to do this too efficiently. One great tactic is to take the creeps, run off into a jungle, and then you can simultaneously get two camps at the same time. And in the meantime, Puck killing Pugner on the mid. He dropped a Nether Ward, but it didn't work out too well for him. He did have to take a lot of damage, but that's going to give him his bottle now. Whilst Darkseer is getting his soul ring with that cool little thingamadoodle. In the meantime, Darkseer did take some damage on the bot lane, but he did get the Lifestealer kill for it. And that's going to work out well for him. It's going to work out great. Salve going to get denied there by that range creep. I feel like people need to understand how salves work a little bit better because like that didn't help him at all. Puck does have his bottle, and he's elected to stay away from picking it up just yet because other teams need the team needs better items. Hang on, this is glitched. The courier is glitched because it's saying that even when I click on Puck, like the courier isn't doing any. There's taking items to the centaur. She isn't. Yeah, it's not how it works. It's not how couriers work. You don't take items to your enemies. Although this tri-lane is working out pretty well. Not got any kills just yet, but the Darkseer and the Puck getting solo kills, which is great for them. Skywrath Mage and Disruptor doing their right-clicking jam. Leech Seed coming in on the Doom. Doom taking plenty of damage. At the same time, Treant Protector is also taking a lot of right-clicks from the Skywrath Mage. Gonna cause the Treant Protector to go down. And the Doom almost went down there as well, but evidently not because he got glimpsed back. The Centaur War Runner got glimpsed back. At the same time, Lich also taking a lot of damage. He went down to 8 health. Treant Protector instantly coming back with the TP and trying to shut down the Doom, but Doom salved up in the meantime, and Doom's doing pretty okay for himself. So that was a 1-for-0 engagement there by Anonymous Gaming. I'm confusing my teams. I just realized this. I keep confusing my teams, which isn't great. I apologize for that. Doom with the rune control. He's roaming down to this top rune. Hopefully to see. They've got vision on the rune, and I think the Puck can easily outlane the Pugner right here, just with right clicks and a little bit of a combo, and that Puck's going to go down. Instead, the Darkseer is going to roam to that bot rune and get the double damage rune instead. Because he's got a bottle as well, which is pretty interesting. Yeah. Doom roaming around a little bit, trying to eat another creep, increase that GPM. And yeah, Darkseer still getting plenty of right clicks. The double damage just doing so much to that Lifestealer. Between the Iron Shell and the right clicks, like, Lifestealer was taking so much damage right there. And using a vacuum there to try and get a little bit more damage. If he had that rush, he's going to take too much damage though. He's going to have to back off. He might die here. If he had that surge, which he does have, he probably could have got that kill. And it would have been worth it as well. Oh. Anyway, Darkseer now got his soul ring. He's doing okay for himself. Top lane being pretty hard pushed, meaning that the Doom isn't going to be able to get as many right clicks as he can. Sorry. Parties. Yeah, cool. Anyway, Darkseer outlaning the Lifestealer. Lifestealer having to go back to base there, which is rather unfortunate for him. That's the thing with having a Darkseer. He can just do damage to whoever he wants constantly, and this tower, as a result, does take a lot of damage because of that. Darkseer having to back off because he's only on 300 health. Lifestealer with literally nothing at the moment. He's been killed once, and that's going to in turn lead to him being further behind, which is bad for a hard carry. You don't want to do that. Let's change to net worth. That's good. See, now you can see the Darkseer is pretty fat comparatively to everyone else with the kills. Roaming around. Everyone's doing pretty well at the moment. No real huge engagements coming out. Puck happily right-clicking away. Pugner with a little bit more lane control at the moment, but poor understanding of how the right-clicks work. Disruptor now rotating. Was trying to rotate mid, but the Pugner instantly caught onto it because of this high ground ward and backing off, hiding away in the jungle. Treant Protector rotating in as well, just to make sure the Pugna stays alive. Whilst on the top lane, seeing the Doom taking a lot of damage due to the Centaur combo. Doom's still doing some right-click damage to the Lich, and he may have been slightly overzealous here because he could get caught out and killed. Ping's coming out onto the Centaur wall. See a little bit of an engagement here. Kinetic field not going down. In the meantime, Pug getting a kill on the Pugna. Huge glimpse coming into the kinetic field, and that's going to be 2 kills right there. And Anonymous Gaming doing really well so far. Darkseer getting another kill on the bot lane against that Lifestealer as well, which is really unfortunate for him. So right there we just saw 3 kills happen, 1 in each lane for Anonymous Gaming, which means that slowly but surely you're just cutting Anonymous Gaming. All of their cores are just not getting any farm, which sucks for them. Puck uncontested right now. Should probably have considered bot growing, because he hasn't really got mana to do anything. Not roaming around and ganking. He doesn't need to gank when he can just happily kill people in his own lane, you know? He is fine with that. Darkseer still pushing this lane really hard. It's on way less than half health now. It's on like 60... Hang on. 35% health, something like that. I'm trying to do maths, but it's hard. Well, more like 33%. But beside the point, Puck happily starting to right-click this tower. Starting to put a little bit of pressure on the tower. Phase shifting out to prevent damage. And Doom happily farming away, right? He's got his... almost working on the drums now. He's still got the Bracer. He's got the Robe of the Magi. And this tower has, as a result, taken quite a bit of damage. Skyralth Mage not hit 6 yet. He's only 4, along with the Disruptor. And Doom is still 5. Gonna see an engagement right here. Maybe Disruptor gonna get caught out. Disruptor's gonna go down because of the Leech Seed and the stun. And at the same time, the Treant's probably gonna go down as well. Having to return there on the Doom. He tried to Living Armor himself, it didn't work out. Doom going very low. As a result, Centaur also going to go down thanks to the Skyralth Mage. And now can the Skyralth Mage catch up for that? Lich is pretty low, and he has got the 1 creep to tank for him. Apparently not. In the meantime, Pug getting another kill on the Lich, rotating in to get that kill. I didn't even notice that. I'm a horrible person. Whilst the Pugna had more or less uncontested farm. Indeed. Lifestealer now rotating into the jungle just because he's getting so outlaned by the Darkseer. Having to stay a little bit safe. In the meantime, Puck over on the top lane, going to get caught out here and probably going to go down here. He's been Leech Seeded. Causing him to go, his movement speed turn to nothing and him go down. At the same time, Darkseer happily pushing in that bot lane and just continue to farm. He can put so much tower pressure on right now thanks to the Soul Ring that he has. He's also almost got his mech. Well, he technically does have the money for his mech, which is great for him. And not to mention the fact that he can just roam about, get as many CS as he wants in the jungle as well. Doom, right-clicking on that top tower now, starting to do a bit of damage. Whilst the Lich and the Disruptor, with the Lich and the Treant even, are trying to save themselves, well, not save themselves, that's the wrong word, try and set something up. Whilst the Disruptor mid going down thanks to the Pugna, did see a panic TP out coming from the Puck. But the Pugna managing to catch another kill there. So, after what was the endless tirade that was Anonymous Gaming at the beginning of this, they are starting to make a bit of a comeback, which is great for them. In the meantime, Skyralth Mage killing the Centaur Warrunner on the top. Lich dropping his ult, trying to do a little bit of damage. Skyralth Mage taking quite a bit, and the Treant Stomp, the Stomp even from the Doom, taken from the Centaur, doing quite a bit of damage for him. Stopping the Treant from moving anywhere there and causing him to go down. And Pugna and Disruptor trying to blink in, trying to do something, trying to make a fight happen, which Centaur could have done. His glimpse was down for another 30 seconds, so he maybe couldn't have as well. But this T1 now, mid having a lot of pressure put on it just by the Darkseer's even presence. That's a mouthful. Don't say that 5 times fast. Darkseer happily right-clicking away on this mid T1. Glyph coming out, trying to stop the T1 from going down. Whilst the Doom is just farming away in his jungle, like you quite happily do. Hasn't got a creep on Devour, but that's fine by him. He has got a magic wand to counter some of the spam coming out probably by the Lich. But the Lich has got nothing at the moment. Treant Protector, slightly more farmed, but the Puck is rotating in with that haste rune. They're going to go on the Centaur Warrunner. Warrunner not going to get Dream Core. No Dream Core coming out, but the Orb is going to come out instead. Puck going to run ahead in front of the tower, in between the T1 and the T2 to try and do something. Skywrath Mage armor being dropped. Centaur War Runner going to go down. Lich also going to go down there due to the Skywrath Mage. And that is 3 kills for nothing right there. Skywrath Mage is doing very well for himself. He's already got his Arcane Boots. And the Disruptor and the Darkseer come in smoked up just to say, hey, even if those people had died, we still would have been destroying you. Working out very well there for the Anonymous Gaming team. Fluffy Unicorns not playing too well at the moment. They're more being caught out. Like, if you're dying in mid lane quite a bit, if you're dying in lane solo 1v1, then in turn that's going to mean that you are just going to get set down quite a bit. Like, there's no rotating ganks coming in. There's now ganks coming in with the Treant. Treant going to drop his Overgrowth. Still not going to take all that much damage. Leech Seed coming out on the Puck. Puck going down pretty low. And the Treant Protector is going to go down due to the Dream Coil. Darkseer killing the Treant Protector. Lifestealer also going down somewhere in there. And Darkseer destroying that tower. Also Darkseer getting mana drained, right? Life drained even, due to the Pugna. Whilst the Skywrath Mage continues to spam a couple of spells. Just trying to make sure that the damage is being placed out before he has to rotate out. And Darkseer right there, he played very well. He vacuumed in the Treant and then the Treant Overgrowth, which didn't work out too well. But it didn't even matter because the Pug just kind of hid and ran away. And then the Pug dropped the Dream Coil, and that stopped. That just prevented the lineup of Fluffy Unicorns from doing anything. Fluffy Unicorns did go well though. The walk in with the engagement with the Overgrowth did work out pretty well for them, but it's just a lack of damage that they had, because Centaur War Runner couldn't really put off a stun because he wasn't really there, and the Lifestealer just melted, you know. Boop, boop, boop. Hang on. Disruptor mid. Last time he was mid, he got caught out pretty badly, and went down. But now he's quite kind of happily farming away. He wants to get his Arcane. Well, he's got his Urn now, and he's also got some wards. He probably wants to buy a TP scroll. Everything working out well for him. Got the Centaur War Runner and the Treant Protector rotating over more to the mid lane, whilst the Puck picks up an Illusion Rune, which is great for him. It means that he can like get a little bit more vision in the lane and all that jazz. Doom rotating in the enemy team's jungle, playing very risky. They've got no vision of him there, but he can just right-click people down really easily. And the right-click just meaning that he's going to be a nightmare to play against, especially in situations like this with a Lifestealer getting doomed. Centaur War Runner ultimate being popped, trying to keep the Centaur alive. He's been doomed. Doom doesn't normally kill on one hit, but at level 6 anyway. Especially with someone like a Lifestealer who's already like got 1,000 health at level 7. But the Doom might be caught out here. He's just going to happily walk away though. No stuns, nothing to stop him from walking away. Even though the Centaur did have a blink, I think they saw the rotations whilst they haven't got any vision though, so they couldn't have seen the rotations. All of Anonymous Gaming now happily right-clicking down Roshan. They were already doing Roshan, which is really early, especially at like 14 minutes. This lineup maybe not taking Roshan the quickest, especially considering the fact that Darkseer has to tank, but Darkseer's got a regen rune, so he's not too worried about it. Doom now unfortunately taking the damage, but this Roshan's going to go down, and having a 15 minute Roshan is great, especially if you put the Aegis on someone like a Doom. It means that hang on, we're going to have a fight. Lich getting glimpsed and kinetic fielded. He's just going to go down. Puck did burn the Dream Coil to try and get that Lich there, but unfortunately enough, it didn't really work out too well for him. What was I saying just before that? Yeah, Doom now going to be able to do so much in team fights, because you're not just living once, you're living twice, and that's going to enable him to destroy in the lane. This T2 bot having a lot of pressure put on it by Anonymous Gaming, especially with the Darkseer there. Like, he can just cut creeps quite happily, and all of the members of Fluffy Unicorns just kind of being very passive, because they can't really take a fight right now. They have to hope that that when on the high ground, they're gonna win a little bit more effectively. They're gonna win because of the mischance, which is hard, you know, winning a fight just based on mischance. It works pretty frequently, but like that's why lots of teams will just wait out and take a T2 loss and hope the other team gets a little bit overzealous. But all the members of Anonymous Gamers going to rotate out now. Disruptor's got his urn, so he can give a little bit of healing, and instead all the Anonymous Gamers are rotating over to the T2 mid and starting to do something quite happily. Hey, that bird's pretty cool when it's flying. Like, it's just a cute chicken, and now it's looking pretty birdie. Don't know what I'm trying to say right now. Skyreth Mage, pretty farmed. He's going for a BKB, which is interesting. Trying to stop him from being... I don't think Overgrowth is stopped by BKB, but trying to prevent all of the magic-based damage, like the Pugna damage and that kind of thing, from happening to him. Right now, we're just going to have to see Fluffy Unicorns just losing 2-2s, because they can't even contest, unless they had a really great initiation. Unless they had, like, the blink, the Treant had a blink. But it's irrelevant. Dogs here, Puck combo right there, spot on. There was just nothing that they could do to stop that. Nothing. And that just meant that the team of 3 right there, that was a Lich, Pugna, and a Treant, all just melted. They all just died. And in turn, Anonymous Gamer is going to take the T2. I don't even think they could stop Rags now. I don't think they could... I don't think Fluffy Unicorns could stop Anonymous Gamers from just kind of stomping through. Which is unfortunate for Fluffy Unicorns. But we are going to see an initiation. Central Wall running in. Kinetic Field being dropped along with the Static Storm. But nothing's really going to come of that. Treant Protector, however, rotating in with the Overgrowth. And that is going to be the GG's called. That is a pretty fast game. 17 minutes. That is the game over. Oh. So basically, none of the initiations worked for Fluffy Unicorns, which is unfortunate for them. Like, they had strong initiators, and none of them could do anything because the other team was just too tanky. They took the initiations, they took them on the chin, and they just said, no, we're not taking this. Especially with the Lifestealer, who was 0 and 4. So anyway...